Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup features two teams who both walked away with a notch in the loss column last week. It's the Raiders going up against the Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's complete to Parker left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Mariota now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 42. They give him a gain of 37. Now a handoff looking right. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The tight end Henry here in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Falcons have taken the lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
And he'll be knocked down sideways. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call. and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Oh, fighting off the defender. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Carr, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take up. us to the end of the first quarter. On play action, Mariota. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
An update from Buffalo. Now, the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing is Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action now. Mariota. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now Mariota. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
To throw Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff looking right. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Play fake. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give them 9 yards on the second down screen play. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Mariota. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room at the 30. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guys and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now they'll throw with Carr. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw on second down. Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they started that drive from the shadows of their own end zone, all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And, you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The tight end, Henry, here in motion. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try to throw now. Mariota, flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he'll give it here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now they try the right side here. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they give this time to the tailback. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put it on.
Now a hit and a loose football. Around the NFL third quarter from Foxborough. And the Patriots, they've extended their lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Flushed out right. Completes it right side to Cooper. The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
12 more yards there and another first down. Fresh set of downs here. To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete here.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here's Carr to throw, buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Matt Milano in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Off the play fake, Mariota. And it's complete. Henry. 7 yards there on the pickup. And the Falcons are going to get a first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You start to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Falcons add on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But just had 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room to run past midfield. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Mariota now. And the Raiders have got him. Aldon Smith. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On play action, now Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Collins. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. They've got his man complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Cooper's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now this time Carl throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And this looks to probably be the final play. And now here's a carry heading left. They juked him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.